Hey, they say I'm live, so I'm live. Welcome to the celebration. This is Kathy Hampton from Wellside Retreats. And Wellside Retreats is a transformational destination retreat and life coaching service. And I am the facilitator, the creator, founder of Wellside Retreats. And today I have just a lot on my mind, but I also want to celebrate what's all on my mind. And I hope that the notice was not too short. Today, I just decided, poof, I'm going to do my own celebration. Well, first of all, I want to thank all of the 600 subscribers for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I've been on and off with presenting content, but you know what? I have 600 subscribers. And at first, I wasn't going to celebrate that milestone. I was going to wait until 1,000 subscribers. But you know what? 600 subscribers is kind of is good. It's great, and I appreciate and I'm grateful for those 600 people. You for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, because I talk about wellness, and I talk about it from the perspective of a Black woman, 50 years of age or older. If you're younger, you can join in and listen in to what, what will happen to you maybe at 50 and older. But from my perspective, Black women 50 plus who have gone through through life changes, a bunch of life changes. We all go through changes in our lives, some great, some not so great. But what I know for sure, what I know is that if you don't stand still and keep on moving, you can jump over the hurdle and get to the place that you want to be. You can get there. Thanks, Sandra from Lack to Legacy. I appreciate you. We have to celebrate. Yes, we have to celebrate everything. And so today I wrote down a lot of things that I want to celebrate. First of all, is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And if you don't have a Valentine, you have yourself, and you can love on yourself. And that is all that matters. Because if you love it on yourself, there's going to be somebody else coming into your life, some attraction that you're putting out there. So don't worry about it. Just celebrate you. Celebrate your life and your love for yourself. And take care of yourself today. Do something that, you wouldn't necessarily do on some other day. You can buy yourself some flowers. That's traditional. Some chocolate. Do whatever you want to do. I'm actually still working. I'm taking a work break. And after my long day at work, I'm going to go and visit my daughter, who lives in New York. It's going to be a late night, but that's okay. We decided that we were going to spend some time together. So I'm going to go up there and hang out with her. So that's going to be my celebration of Valentine's Day. I want to thank you again, subscribers, for sticking in here with me on YouTube. When I say that, it's because I'm new to all of this. I used to do Facebook videos while I was walking for accountability, and would impart some knowledge or some wisdom of mine as I was doing my walks. And then I got turned on to doing YouTube. And I want to thank Stephanie Perry of Vicarious for teaching me, for coaching me on, YouTube, and how I could be a success on YouTube. And I'm going to be a success. I'm going to have 1,000, if not more, subscribers because I have a lot to say. I'm a very talkative person. You wouldn't think that I am, but I am a very talkative person. And since I've gotten over a little bit of my fear, I'm not doing a lot of umming as much. But but I'm getting better. It's not as bad. I've had a person say, you really do a lot of umming. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes it's hard to look at yourself and talk about a subject, and you're criticizing yourself as you're speaking into this camera, and you see only you. You aren't seeing the people that you're speaking to, and it becomes a little tricky. But I'm getting used to it, and I'll be better. I'm getting better. I'm going to say that, and I'll celebrate that. I'll celebrate that small change. So I have a list here of the things that I'm celebrating besides the gratefulness of 600 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm also celebrating a clear mind, because sometimes in the the distant past, my mind wasn't so clear. We go through a lot of change that puts a lot of thought in your head of not such great times, but my mind is clear. And part of my YouTube name or tag is Kathy Hampton, well and aware. And I am well and very much aware of what I need to do for myself, what that I am. I know that I'm a sensitive person. I know that I'm an empathic person. I know that I am a curious person. I'm aware of myself. I'm aware of the good, the bad, and the not so good. There's not much not so good, but I'm a good person. I'm a kind person. But I am well and aware, and I am so grateful for that. If I were in some Baptist church right now, I would call this a testimony, but I'm going to call this a celebration. I'm grateful for my health. I am healthy. I am active. I am, there I go with the I'm moving. I'm moving around. I'm doing the best that I can at my age. And I believe that I'm going to even get better. I'm going to even get better. So I'm proud and I'm grateful for my health. I am. Let's see. I continue to love myself every day. I do that every day. I think I look in the mirror and I said, everything's all right. You are all right. I love myself. I want to encourage you to talk to yourself in the mirror and say, you are all right. Mel Robbins, I believe that's her name, is a life coach, a person who does the high five. You do the high five in the mirror and say, you are gorgeous. You are great. If you can do that, it's a little quirky, but it just gives you that energy to feel good about yourself. I love myself today, not just because it's Valentine's Day, but because I have overcome. Like I said, if it was in a Baptist church today, I would be singing How I Got Over. How I got over many, many times, many times. And I'm celebrating the fact that I have gotten over. I have made it through. And what I want to say is a testament to that is that I have always thought about moving ahead, not staying put. I get frustrated or impatient when I'm not doing something, when I'm not learning, when I'm not growing, when I'm not engaging, when I'm not being useful, what I consider to be useful. That has happened. I've been a bump on the log. I've been a couch potato. But those were days when I was trying to figure it all out. and then I had to turn on this, I had to push the button that said, Kathy, go back to the person that you were when you were your happiest. I've had to do that to myself, for myself. And because I don't like the feelings of unhappiness, unease, dis-ease, a crowded mind. Um, uh, I don't like anger. Anger really actually sickens me. So I try to stay out of that space. I've been told that, you have to feel whatever feeling. Well, I let it stay for a little while, but when I get angry, I personally get sick. I can't I can't take it. So that's when I realize I need to take some action. I need to move. I need to talk to somebody. I need to take some physical action. I need to go for a walk. I need to journal. And I'm going to tell you that journaling maybe has saved my life. I don't know that for sure. I've never been suicidal or anything, but what it has done is given me a place to put my thoughts, and to be able to retrieve them when I needed to check on myself, to check on my progress. And I'm going to encourage you to basically consider if this might be a practice for you. Consider journaling. Consider journaling. I have a new thing, and I'm very happy to talk to you about. And when I actually did the thumbnail today for more than one video that's upcoming, that's scheduled, uh, that is when I got this spark to do this celebration, is because I am going to be having a live journaling session called Journal with Me, starting next Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. And it will be the practice of journaling on YouTube. And I hope that you join me for that. It's scheduled for 7:30 next Tuesday, February 21st, I believe that is the date. So I'm celebrating that. And that sparked me because I've been holding back on doing that or figuring out how can I do this, because I believe so much in journaling that I wanted to share it with everyone. I do also. I wanted to gather in a space where we can journal together. Um, if more than two people are together, they say touch and agree, and there becomes a powerful vibration when people hold hands or touch and agree that they're going to do something, that they are going to persevere. So come to journal with me on next Tuesday morning if you're up to do journaling at 7:30, and we'll see how often I can do that. But if you want to learn more about journaling, I encourage you to consider one of my workshops. I have just had closed out a successful 2-week workshop that was attended by 3 beautiful women. And I call it a success because it was impactful and they received what they needed. And hopefully they will take the practice and use it for their wellness. And it is a practice for wellness. So I'm going to stop talking for a second and look at the chat. Thank you, Sandra, so much for your great comments. Yes, Stephanie is the GOAT. She has given so many of us permission to try scary things. Yes, and I am. I am more afraid when I stop doing something in succession instead of just moving through it. So I'm going to be better at this. Kemi, thank you. Thank you for your congratulations to me. Hey, Grace from New Jersey. Sandra, you have help me slow my busy mind in order to be more present and just happy. Oh, well, I'm so glad I can do that. I want to be impactful. I really do. And I think having this medium of YouTube channel is helping me to be impactful. I'm having to use words because I'm speaking to a group of people that I want to be clear. I want to, I want to make a difference. And it is one thing that I can do that's immediate, more so than a blog. I do have a blog and I love to write. It takes time to write so that I can be impactful because I've been used to writing so much for the corporate world or the legal world that that I have to change how I'm writing. I can't write as technical for a heart-centered business. So I'm trying to learn how to do that. But I hope that I am impactful. I want to be, and I hope that more people will subscribe. The better I get, I hope more people subscribe to my channel. And because I have a lot to say and a lot of encouragement, a lot to teach people. So let's see, who else is here? Katrina Lilly, one of my favorite people. Katrina Lilly. She met me in Portugal, and we spent a few hours together. But we keep in touch. And thank you, Katrina, for chiming in. I'm grateful that I got to meet you in person. I just picked your name out of a chat and decided I would introduce myself to you because you were in Portugal at the time and I needed information. Let me say this. I am grateful for the community of women that I have met. Oh God, I don't believe I'm going to cry about this. I have met since 2020 during the pandemic. I was able to become a part of and create communities and met women who are like-minded and who have helped me and I have helped them. But it's so warming to be in a group of people, humans, who get you, who understand you, and that you can celebrate their joys. You can support them. I am blessed to be in the Exodus Summit group. I'm so proud that women that I've met in the group and in the courses that I've taken have been instrumental in me moving forward. When we hold each other accountable, when we help one another out, when we get on a text and say, how are you doing? What's going on? What's your progress? That is a community that I had not had for some time. And so thank you. Thank you, women who are in my community. I appreciate that. So let's see. I'm especially grateful for collaboration. And in fact, Sandra, thank you for being willing to collaborate with me. I can thank another group of women who have collaborated with me. My friend Nikia Booker, thank you for collaborating with me and holding me accountable, for us being accountability partners. Thank you, Kia Wilson, Kia Reruns. Thank you for collaborating with me and coaching me. Thank you. There's so many who have Sandra Gilliard, who was a facilitator at my our inaugural retreat this past September. Thank you. Um, there are so many to name, and you know who you are. If you've worked with me, you've collaborated with me, you've held me accountable, I appreciate you. I'm celebrating you as well today. So, let's see. Yeah, well, I wrote down, I have this list here: a community of people who are like-minded, um, creative, uh, are thoughtful, and there is no BS in my life. Because of that, I've allowed myself to be open and discerning about who I allow in my space. And because of that transformational change, there's no BS in my life. I'm always either coughing or crying, and I don't have tissue, so you have to excuse me. Um, there is there there's there there are so many people that I have met in the last 2 to 3 years, even who live abroad. Oh my gosh, I met some beautiful people in Portugal when I was there, and they were so helpful to me. I want to give a shout out to Paula Simon, who met me in Portugal. Nadia, who was in Portugal, I met her, and we will be lifelong friends. And you know what I found so interesting is that most of the people I call friends, I haven't met many of them in person. I was fortunate enough to meet Katrina Lilly. I was fortunate enough to meet Sandra in person, and yeah, I thank you all for being available. I'm grateful that you have come into my life. So I just appreciate the community that I now am with. I have to tell you something. I'm grateful for something that I will be finished with in the next month in March. I've been wanting to do this for some time, and the I started this back in 2012, where I wanted to become a yoga teacher. I had become a massage therapist. I wanted my own spa, basically, with wellness services, including yoga. Well, next month I will be certified with my 200 hours of yoga teacher training, as well as becoming a social emotional learning facilitator. Um, and including being able to facilitate um, oh God, I'm going so fast, meditation as well as breath work. So I'll be able to use that on my retreats. I'm so excited about doing that. And yeah, that it's unbelievable. It's taken me, since 2012 to get that done. But you know what? It's needed right now. You always think about what what you want or what you should have. It comes to you when it's supposed to happen, and it happened. It's happening for me now. I'm excited to do that, and it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of sacrifice of time, and yeah, yes, Grace, it's never too late. It comes when it's supposed to come, comes when it's supposed to happen. Um, as I said, I had journaling workshops that I'm adding onto. I'm doing it module by module instead of one big giant course. And you know, I I had such a great success at the journaling during the pandemic that after the pandemic, everybody decided, I don't I don't need that. I'm going to do something else with my time. And I had to start thinking about how to market my journaling. And I believe in it so much that that I'm taking it on the road and I'm putting it on YouTube and I'm doing workshops. So if you're interested in learning more about journaling, I have an introduction as well as breath and meditation journaling also. Each of these last for 2 weeks, and there'll be ongoing registration for them as time permits. But I will be doing my first journal with me on YouTube live next Tuesday morning at 7:30. So if that is already your practice, you can journal with me. If you are new to journaling, come and join me and see how you like it. We'll be using prompts for the first couple sessions, and then we'll go into something a little different after that. So, um, and, and my website, I'll tell you where all that information is. Also, is on my website, wellsiteretreats.care. I'm excited that if you have an updated website, but right now, all of the information, including my blog, is on there. Excuse me, 1 minute. I apologize, but I have to get something to clean my face. Okay, well, I hope there's no rules for all of this, but this is um, this is good. That I appreciate your patience. Um, so yeah, let's see. I'm working on. I'm grateful that I'm working and collaborating with people on retreats for this year. They're slow and coming retreat wanting to have a very successful retreat is very time consuming, and I've learned that. But I've also learned from the very first successful retreat that it can be done, and um, and what what you're doing is what a new retreat facilitator is always doing is second guessing herself, and I don't want to do that anymore. I know exactly um, what to do. I'm getting better at it. I've had you learn from mistakes. You learn from I'm not going to say failure. You're learning from what doesn't happen when things don't turn out right. And so this year, I will have I want to do this with ease, learning with ease about how to facilitate retreats is where I am right now, and I will be doing that and collaborating with people to do it. So I'm excited to have retreats, and hopefully you all will be able to sign up. But I'm also considering doing meetups, which are, I believe, a little easier in different places to encourage women to travel. And I will say, I'll be collaborating with Sandra from uh, Lack to Legacy in talking about travel and how you travel and the different ways to travel coming up this coming weekend, actually. One of the things that I'm also grateful about is rest. I have been resting since late last year, um, probably I would say around October, when I decided I was becoming a hibernator. I was hibernating, and and decided that I needed just to rest, take my time in resting, doing what I believe came natural to me. When I got tired, I would just go and rest. If I was working and I got tired, I would take a little cat nap. But yeah, I stopped doing that this weekend, not this weekend, yes, this weekend, this weekend on Saturday, my book club is uh, the book club of Wellside Retreats. It will have a discussion of Rest is Resistance, which was one of the books that was given out to some people in Exodus Summit this past year, and we'll be discussing this. If you haven't read the book or have just know about it, if you want to come and discuss rest and the and the need for rest for Black women, please join us. There's a link on the website for the book club to register. Of course, it's free, and you can grab a book from the library or get yourself a copy in print, or of course Kindle or Audible. I believe. I'm not sure if it's on Audible. I think it might be. But yes, resting. I was able to get some rest. So I'm excited about celebrating now instead of waiting to celebrate all of these good things that have been happening to me, including the 600 subscribers. And like I said, when I was creating a thumbnail, a YouTube thumbnail for my journal, and then for this coming weekend's uh, live on Sunday, I got tickled and I was like, I'm really doing this. I'm really doing this. But then I saw the number 600 because it wasn't 600 maybe last week. I hadn't checked, but I was doing all of this stuff and saw 600 subscribers. 600 people have subscribed to me. And that's great. That is great that number of people have come and watched me talk to them about wellness, from everything to my sabbatical, how I left my job, about divorce, about self-care, about journaling, all of those things. And there's plenty more. There's plenty more that I'd love to share with you, and I will be sharing with you and hopefully new subscribers as well. And I decided, I don't have to wait till 1,000. I need to give thanks for the people that have already subscribed to my channel. It's a nice round number. I was born during the month of June, the 6th month. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. It just spoke to me. And I'm glad that I have. I'm glad that I have. Hey, Fran. How are you, Fran? Thank you, Fran, for being in the community. Thank you so much. I was able to meet Fran, Fran's Journey to Free, this summer, and her family. And I'm so grateful that I got to meet her in person. We've been in mastermind together, and we are in the same community. We hold each other up, and I'm thankful and grateful to have met her. Yeah, so that is my celebration. I appreciate those who joined me live, for coming in and spending some time with me, giving me some great energy. And I appreciate it. I really do. Without, I think, our community, which just, evolved through two women having like minds, putting together things for Black women who want to leave the country, take a sabbatical, or to travel the world, take a gap year, who know the plight of Black women when it comes to their wellness, self-care. We are caring for ourselves. I have to give it to them. I was all about that self-care too. But then when I met them, I was like, wow, this is a great movement, and it's a great movement to be in right at this time. If you are 50 and over and you know all the changes that you have been through from back when you were 20, we've made it. We've made it through. And I want to help women of my age to continue to move through, to begin if they haven't started, and to keep going, to keep moving toward what will serve them well. That is my YouTube mantra. I help Black women move away from what no longer serves them and move toward what will serve them well. I am so glad that I can say those words. I really do want to help. I want to be impactful through my retreats. If you don't know why I do retreats, why that was called to me, take a look at my website, wellsideretreats.care, at my about page, and learn a little bit about why retreats are really important to me. Retreating is a way of getting away, seeing something different, getting out of the same mode that you are in. You can retreat not by necessarily paying a bunch of money to go someplace, but I encourage you to go a distance. But you can do a retreat by going to the park right up the street from you, taking time away from your environment, especially if your environment isn't healthy, isn't isn't a well environment. Move away from it. Move away from what no longer serves you, and move towards something else that it will serve you well. And that includes the park up the street with trees, with happy children, or no one at all. Being still by yourself to collect yourself in thought. I used to, when I was going through some tumultuous times, um, uh, I we had a family dog, and I would take him out for his walk. And I used to walk him all over the place. The poor dog was so tired by the time I got him home that I started taking him for a walk, and then letting him exercise and relieve himself, and then bringing him back. And then I would go out and I would take 2 to 3 hour walks around, and that is what kept me from feeling down and out about my work environment, my family environment, external family environment, because I knew I had to get away from what wasn't making me happy, what wasn't serving me well, what was keeping me down in those lower level thoughts, feelings, and emotions. I told you I don't like being angry, because anger makes me sick, actually. So I couldn't go there. So I had to get away, and when I did, I I was a better person. And then I began journaling, and that is what helped me so much. I'm trying to find something real quick. Sorry. Sometimes you can talk and do all kinds of things, and sometimes you can't. So, um, but again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for listening in today, and I will see you very soon. I'll see you this weekend with my special guest, Sandra from Lack to Legacy, who will be talking to us about travel and a whole bunch else. We already had one conversation, which we should have taped, but we have plenty more to talk about. I love talking with Sandra, and Sandra's going to help somebody, including me, learn how to make some money. So that's really up my alley. That's on my journal, my list, my things to accomplish, the abundance. So we're gonna talk about all manner of things. But thank you again for listening. Thank you for subscribing, and also do yourself a favor. Celebrate now. Celebrate the goodness in your life now. There's a young woman by the name of Curly Nikki. I don't know if you know her. She's on Instagram. It's Curly Nikki. And I met Curly Nikki back in 2019. And she would come on Instagram and leave a little quote or whatever. But she would say, be here now, be present now. So I say, celebrate now. And that's exactly what I am doing right now and have done with you. So again, thank you. And I will see you in the next video. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And I'm grateful for you. Have a good evening. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.